The Jets just cut to 53. What cuts are you most upset about, Jeremy?
Definitely Trey Dean. Trey Dean was a tough one. Now I know that he's considered one-dimensional. He's a good tackling safety, but he's got a lot of development left, and they feel that he has a chance to get through waivers because there's not many teams that are going to take a roster spot up and cut somebody and jump to get a developmental safety. But I don't know. We'll see. But I guess the best case scenario is he ends up on our practice squad.
What about Kuntz?
I expected it. So, I mean, I think people got excited about him because of his athleticism. Yeah. People got excited about him, but you could tell the way he was being used, in the preseason mop up duty. He wasn't even standing out really. He did some good things, but he needed to really pop to have any chance to crack the roster this year. And I think he'll clear waivers quite easily and end up on our practice squad.
I was really bummed that they cut Smart because they showed his family last week in Hard Knocks.
I know that they always do that on Hard Knocks. I've been watching that show every season, and it's like, to me, it's like the kiss of death. Now, as a Jet fan, obviously, and guy who follows the Jets very closely, I understood and realized as soon as they started focusing on him, oh, that's who they're going to focus on. And it was actually kind of funny because we all used to argue on what stories are they going to really focus on, and we were naming exciting players that were easily going to make the squad, forgetting that that's not what they do on Hard Knocks. They actually like to get you to fall in love with the people who are going to get cut, and that's exactly what happened. But, there's just no room. We have 10 linemen that are just better.
Any other people get cut that you were bummed about?
Well, I hate putting Bam Knight out there. It's a shame we couldn't get something for him. I think he's underrated. I think he did a good job. I expect him to get picked up off waivers. I hope it's not Miami or Buffalo. That would be a real bummer. Saw it coming, so it wasn't a surprise. Obviously, I know a lot of people are confused and panicking about why we cut our punter, but he's a veteran, so he can't get picked up involuntarily. So I'm very, very confident that they worked it out with him, and in 2 days he'll be on the roster again. They're just buying themselves some time to put some guys on IR without losing them for the whole year, but putting them on a shorter term IR like Carter Warren. So they're just making room on the roster to hold everyone they need to hold, and then we'll see our punter come back onto the roster. As I think the same with Budden, the fullback.
So are you excited about the 53-man roster that we have?
Yeah, look, I was excited beforehand. I mean, I kind of knew what the roster was going to look like. There was a couple of, slight surprises, or there were question marks like the Trey Dean thing. I didn't think we were going to hold on to 7 wide receivers. I think that might be temporary. Again, I think that they might just be trying to secure those guys from the free-for-all that's, the waiver list that's going to be happening from now over the next 24 hours. Keeping 5 linebackers was a surprise, with Chaz Surratt and Zaire Barnes making the roster and making the 53. But again, it's all manipulation. It's all roster gymnastics. So there's going to be a lot of rotating and juggling of things. So in 48 hours from now, or 72 hours, the roster is going to look a little different than it is right now.
I'm excited about the roster. Last year, before the season, we rated every room, and we gave a lot of pretty high marks. And early on, it looked like we were right, but then later on in the year, not so much. So I think we should rate each room this year, and also what you think the room was last year as a rating. What do you think?
What a good idea. We should do like one room every couple of days.
I think that's what we're going to do, maybe every day. So if you're watching this video, get ready for a daily or almost daily release where Mr. Jets Chaos rates the rooms. Go Jets.